Good morning. It's 9:30. Um, Saturday morning. It's time to do the yoga. Um, Give me a little comment if you're here, if you're with me. I know some of you signed in online. Let's see who signed in to come. I know Perry. Perry, did you take Stephanie's class this morning too? Let's see who's here with me. Kathy, Kim, are you out there? Perry, Christine. Ah, there I am. Yes, it's technology. Kathy's here. It's like calling roll in school, right? I'm here, I'm accounted for. Who else? Kim. Kim, I haven't seen you in a while. I miss all of your faces. So the child is fed, the dog is outside, the husband is at work. So hopefully there will be no commotion in my house. You might hear some yelling in the background from some Fortnite playing. I asked him to keep it down, but no promises from the 10-year-old, right? Yeah, everybody do that. Take a big breath in and then just sigh it out. We're here. It's Saturday. So let's start. Yay, Cindy, you're here. So let's start seated actually this morning. So find yourself in a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Oh, and there is a playlist. If you want to download that, you can hit that, play it anytime. I'm not going to play it in the background. I don't need any more distractions. And then it gets out of sync, and then it's just bad news. So if you want music, great. If you don't, that's cool too. I have my coffee, my extra large cup this morning. So sit, legs crossed in a comfortable position at the top of your mat. Your hands can rest on your thighs. They can be one hand at your heart, one hand at your belly. Maybe you close your eyes. Together, take a full breath in and a long breath out. Let your shoulders relax and soften. Unhinge your jaw. Soften the space between your eyes. And begin to tune into the breath. Notice how it moves through your body with your inhales and your exhales. And if you find yourself drifting, come back. Cultivate the art of listening to your intuition, your inner voice. This is the guidance of your heart. It's a voice that speaks differently from the one in your head. The heart whispers softly, the head prattles loudly. The head has an agenda for our lives. It chatters away boldly, but its vision is limited. It leaves no room for the mysterious workings of the universe, nor does it take into account the side trips we need to get where we're going or where our souls need to go. It's the voice that says, this is the way it's going to be. The heart, the inner voice, speaks differently. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it pulls, sometimes it pushes. It's spontaneous, in the present moment, and often a surprise. The heart takes us into account what has to be done and the best way to do that. The heart takes emotions into account, the way things feel, the way you feel, the wisdom of your soul. The heart leads us into and through the lessons we're born to learn. Cultivate your inner voice. Practice listening to the whispers of your heart. Practice trusting your intuition, what you really feel, what you really know. Practice until that voice is the one that you hear. So my ask for today, as we move into today's practice, is to listen to that voice of your heart, that intuition, that knowing. And when you find that your mind says, no, do this, can you quickly and quietly say, no, I'm going to do this. Start to deepen your breath. I think this time that we're in is an opportunity to get to know that voice of our heart, that intuition, right? That knowing. On your next inhale, reach the arms up. Ground the sit bones down into the mat. Arms are reaching overhead. Take a breath in and lengthen up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, take your right hand down to the ground. Palm is flat. Then gently lean over to the right, stretching the left arm over the left ear. Your right hand is a little kickstand, perhaps. Take a breath in. Right hand comes up, and then on the exhale, that left hand comes down and leans over, stretching out the side body. Inhale, you come back to center. Let's do that again one more time on each side. Exhale, that right hand comes down. You lean. Maybe you roll that left shoulder back, broadening across the chest. Take a breath in. You come back to center. Exhale, that left hand comes down. Maybe you look up at the right hand. You breathe and you notice what body is showing up this morning. Take a breath in. You come back to center. On the exhale, that right hand's going to touch down to the ground behind you. The left hand's going to come to the outside of the right knee. Press down into the fingertips as you breathe in, and exhale, twist the heart open. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Beautiful. Take a breath in. You come back to center, and then that left hand comes down. That right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. You breathe, you notice, and you listen. Listen to your body. Take a breath in. You come back to center. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center and pause. Take a breath in. We're going to move through some cat-cows, but we're going to do it from seated. So on the inhale, you're going to broaden across the heart. And then on the exhale, you're going to roll, tuck the belly button into the spine, round the spine. Inhale, the heart lifts, shoulders roll back. Exhale, you pull the belly button in, scoop the low belly into the spine, round through the back. Inhale, heart lifts. Maybe the head looks up. Exhale, you round. Good. So keep moving that way in that direction. Waking up the spine. Do 2 more rounds of cat-cow. Just noticing the movement, the wisdom, The body has so much wisdom, and oftentimes we don't listen to it, right? How many times do your body or your voice inside you tells you something and you're like, nah, I don't need to pay attention to that, right? You have to cultivate this awareness. Part of being mindful is cultivating that awareness, not only to the moment, but to our body and the voice within. Take a breath in, arms are gonna reach up overhead. Exhale, you're gonna plant your hands and make your way to plank. So high push up. Good morning. It's Saturday morning. You know there's going to be some planks involved, right? So in plank pose, your shoulders are stacked over the wrists, right? You can drop the knees. The balls are stacked over, no, the heels are stacked over the balls of your feet. The thigh bones are lifting up towards the ceiling. Right. And so it's easy to listen to the heart when things aren't challenging, right? But when things become challenging, it's easier to listen to the story in the head, right? Take a breath in. You're going to exhale into downward facing dog. So maybe this is the first down dog of the morning. Maybe you jumped out of bed, got into down dog. Maybe you practiced with stuff earlier this morning. Right. But so it's the first down dog in this moment, in this practice, right? So breathe into that. Notice. Maybe you pedal out your feet. Maybe you shift your weight more into your heels. Let the back side of your body, let your legs carry the brunt of this, right? The fingers are spread wide, really pressing down through the palm. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Glide forward to high plank. And exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Take a breath, come up to your toes. Exhale, you're going to drop your heels over to the right. Take a breath in, come back to center with the heels, and on the exhale, you're going to drop them over to the left, stretching out the calves. Beautiful. Take a breath in, you come back to center. Then exhale, really let the heels sink to the mat. When I first started practicing yoga, I thought that my heels had to be on the mat, right? My heels are never going to reach the mat in my lifetime, and I gave that up, right? I gave up that story that they had to be a good yogi. Who the hell cares if your heels touch the mat, right? But energetically, you want to feel that pull to the mat. Beautiful. Take a breath in, glide forward, high plank. Can you pull the belly in? Can you lift the thighs up towards the ceiling? Really fire this up, right? Build some heat. The thing that I miss most, besides the people in the studio, is the warmth, right? I can never get it hot enough in my own house to feel that heat. So we have to build the internal heat. Take a breath in. On the exhale, you're going to lower down. So body hits the mat at one time. Heart lifts to cobra on an inhale. Exhale, you lower. We're going to do that 2 more times. Heart lifts to cobra. So use your core to lift yourself up. The hands are light. Sometimes I like to hover them. Exhale, you lower. Last one. Inhale, heart lifts, right? So the head lifts last. It's an extension of your spine. It's going to lift up with you. Exhale, you lower, push back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Your next inhale, you're going to look forward. On the exhale, you're going to walk your feet to your hands. Right? So that walk could be many steps. It could be 1 step. Right? The journey doesn't matter. There's no set way to get to the top of your mat. You just want to land there. Right? We'll meet there. Halfway lift on an inhale. So reach the arms behind your back. Roll your shoulders on. Feel your shoulder blades squeeze together. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you're going to rise to standing. Arms are going to reach up. Then on the exhale, that right hand's going to come down by your side like when we started. And then you're going to lean over. This time, look up at the left hand. The left shoulder roll onto your back. Beautiful. Take a breath in. You come back to center. And then that left hand's going to drop. Right hand's going to come up. Keeping your weight evenly distributed in both of your feet. Take a breath in. You come back to center. And then on the exhale, you're going to fold forward. Halfway lift on an inhale. Spine is long. Kind of the head's reaching towards the front of the room. Exhale, you fold. You plant your hands. You step back to plank and you pause. In plank, I didn't forget. I was just drinking coffee. Maybe I time the coffee sip at the right time so that you build some heat, feel some resistance, some challenge. Take a breath in. Exhale, you lower. Heart lifts to cobra on an inhale. And then exhale, you make your way back to downward facing dog. You take a breath in. You look forward. You make your way to the top of the mat. You walk, step, jump. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise to standing. On the exhale, that right hand comes down. You stretch over. On the inhale, that right arm comes back up. And on the exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, you come back up. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you plant your hands. You step back to plank and you pause. You take a full breath in. And on the exhale, you lower down. Heart lifts to cobra on an inhale. Exhale, you make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Whoops. From downward facing dog, you take a breath in. You look forward. Walk, step, or jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise to standing. Exhale, the right hand comes down. Stretch over to the right. Inhale, you come back to center. You got it. Left hand comes down. Right hand stretches over to the left. Inhale, you come back to center. Exhale, you fold forward. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. You plant your hands. You step back to plank. On the exhale, you lower down and you move through vinyasa. Right? So that vinyasa is the lowering down, the lifting to cobra, and then making your way back to downward facing dog. So you don't have to do that. You can skip that whole process and just go back to downward facing dog. Right? Part of that cultivating the listening to our body and to our intuition and to that voice is paying attention and saying, I don't want to do that. I do want to do that. And doing it. Don't get stuck in the head, right? The head can lead us astray. From downward facing dog, we're going to move through this one more time. Take a breath in, look forward, feet to the hands. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise to standing. Exhale, right hand comes down, left hand leans over to the right. You got it. Take a breath in. You come back to center, and on the exhale, that left hand comes down. Feel the stretch. Inhale, you come back to center. Exhale, you fold forward. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. You plant your hands. You step back to plank. Maybe you choose to stay in plank and then go to down dog. Maybe you move through vinyasa. Maybe you go to downward facing dog, right? This practice is yours. I'm just offering things, and then you listen. You listen to your heart. You listen to your body, and you make those decisions. From downward facing dog, take a full breath in and a long breath out. Your next inhale, you're going to lift the right leg to the sky. And then on the exhale, you're going to step it forward in between the hands, low lunge. Right, so here in low lunge, the knees stacked over the right ankle. You're on the ball of the left foot, the left thigh bone's reaching up towards the ceiling. Broaden across the heart. Take a breath in, left foot steps up to meet the right. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Right leg lifts in the air behind you. Exhale, you step it back. You're in a low lunge. So this time, the left knee stacked over the left ankle. I had to think about that. Did you notice the pause? I had to think about it. Not having a body, right? So here, right thigh bone's lifting up. Spine is long, crown of the head's reaching towards the front of the room. Take a breath in. Right foot steps up to meet the left. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise to standing. Exhale, you fold. Breathe into a halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. You move through vinyasa. Right, from downward facing dog, you take a full breath in and a long breath out. All right, here we go. Right leg lifts in the air behind you. You step it forward in between your hands, low lunge. Okay, so the left hand's going to stay down. The right hand's going to come up, low lunge twist. The spine is long. Take a breath in. Right hand's going to come down. I feel like I need to do this. So you're in a low lunge. You're going to walk your hands around and you're going to walk back to the back of the room. So now you're in a low lunge. The left foot is facing towards the back of the mat. Right, knee stacked over the left ankle. This time the right hand stays down, the left hand comes up, low lunge twist, right? You take a breath in and a breath out. On your next exhale, that left hand's going to come down to the mat. You're going to step the right foot up to meet the left. So you're still at the back of the mat. You're facing the back of the room. Stay with me. Take a breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise to standing. Exhale, chair. Yeah, we're in chair in the back of the room. Maybe you notice something different. Maybe you start your head going, what the heck is she doing? Right? Tune in. Tune out the head. Tune into the heart. You're in chair. What's your body telling you? You got it. Take a breath in. Exhale, you fold. You're going to lift the left leg in the air behind you. Exhale, you're going to step it back. Right? So this time, the right knee is stacked over the left ankle. No, the right knee stacked over the right ankle. Left hand stays down. Right hand comes up. Low lunge twist. You still with me? Beautiful. Take a breath in. That right hand's going to come down. You're going to walk around and you're going to end up in a low lunge at the front of your mat. Your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. Right hand stays down, left hand comes up, low lunge twist. It's like around the world in low lunge twist. Right? Beautiful. Take a breath in and a breath out. That left hand comes down to the mat. Right foot steps up to meet the left. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise to standing. Exhale, you bend the knees. You sit the hips, chair. And here in chair, you pause and you notice and you listen. Heart's lifting up, shoulders are moving away from the ears. Maybe your hands come to heart center. Weights in the back side of your body, your toes are light. Pull the belly button into the spine. and notice. And breathe. Are you breathing? I feel like I haven't reminded you to breathe. Take a breath in. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you plant your hands. You step back to plank. You move through vinyasa. From downward facing dog, you take a breath in. You look forward. You step your feet to your hands. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Right leg lifts in the air behind you. Exhale, you step it back, low lunge. So your left knee stacked over the left ankle. Right hand stays down, left hand comes up, low lunge twist. Take a breath in and a breath out. On the exhale, the left hand's going to come down. You're going to spin the right foot down, come into warrior two, facing the right side of the room. So that left knee's pointing to the front of the room. It's stacked over the left ankle. The outside edge of the right foot is sealed against the mat. Your arms are wall to wall. You fire up those arms, like bring a lot of energy into them. This is a big, powerful pose. Right? And you settle in here and you notice. Notice the voice of the heart, that intuition. Keep bending into the front knee. You got it. Take a breath in. You're going to flip the front palm, reach back, reverse the warrior. Exhale, you're going to cartwheel your hands down to the mat. You're going to frame the left foot so that you're in a low lunge. Right foot's going to step up to meet the left. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. You're going to bend the knees, sit the hips back, chair. Right, so you use your core to lift yourself up and breathe up and into chair. I always feel getting into chair this way is just a little, it's just, I don't know, it feels better to me. That's probably my head, right? Right, we have these preconceived notions about poses and things and people and places and how things are going to go. I suspect that if we listen to our heart and to that knowing, that they would be very different. Right? What we know is very different from what our brain tells us we know. Oh yeah, you're in chair. Take a breath in. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, fold, move through vinyasa. From downward facing dog, you take a full breath in and a long breath out. Your next inhale, you're going to look forward, walk, step, or jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Left leg lifts in the air behind you. Exhale, you step it back, low lunge. Left hand stays down, right hand comes up, low lunge twist. You breathe, you notice, take a breath in. That right hand comes down. You're going to spin the left foot down. You're going to come up to warrior two, facing the left side of the room. And you settle in here. You bend into that front knee. Make sure that it's not caving in. Push it out over towards the pinky toe. Can you soften the space between your eyes? Maybe you close your eyes. Take a breath in and a breath out. Flip the front palm, reach back, reverse the warrior. Exhale, you cartwheel your hands to the mat. You frame that right foot. Left foot steps up to meet the right. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Bend the knees, sit the hips. Inhale, breathe up into chair. Maybe you come up to your toes. Maybe you sit your hips back a little bit deeper. Take a breath in and a breath out. Exhale, you fold forward. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you empty out and fold and move through vinyasa, or just make your way back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. You take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, you look forward, walk, step, or jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Right leg lifts in the air behind you. Exhale, you step it to the back of the mat, low lunge. Right hand stays down, left hand lifts up, low lunge twist. Beautiful. You take a breath in, that left hand comes down, you open it up to warrior two. Now flip the front palm, reach back, reverse the warrior. You pause here, you feel the stretch on the side body. Take a breath in. Exhale, you're going to come into side angle pose. Right, so the left forearm is on the left thigh. The left hand can come down to the inside of the left foot. And you open up, you roll that top shoulder. Keep bending into the left knee. If your forearm's on the left thigh, make sure that you're not dumping your weight in, right? Your legs have got you. They're not going to fall off. Promise. Beautiful. Take a breath in. You come back to warrior two. Reach back, reverse the warrior. You're going to cartwheel your hands to the mat. You're in a low lunge. Right foot steps up to meet the left. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Bend the knees, sit the hips, breathe in and up into chair. Take a breath in, hands come to heart center on the exhale. Your inhale, you're going to lean forward. You're going to take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, twist open. So you're in a twisted chair. You got it. You notice. Tune into the body. Tune into the wisdom. Really press the palms together. It's going to help you roll the top shoulder open. Beautiful. Take a breath in. You come back to center. You're in chair. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Move through vinyasa. Take a breath in and a breath out. You're in downward facing dog. You look forward on the inhale and you walk, step, or jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Left leg lifts in the air behind you. Exhale, you step your toes to the back of the mat. You're in a low lunge. You take a breath in, low lunge twist. That left hand stays down, the right hand comes up. Take a breath in, right hand comes down. You spin the left foot down, come into warrior two, facing the left side of the room. Flip the front palm, reach back, peaceful warrior, stretch it out. Exhale, you come into side angle pose. Keep breathing, keep noticing, keep listening. Right, there's this magic that happens when the mind and the heart are speaking the same voice, that alignment. Right, even if it's for a brief moment, right, there's magic in that space. Take a breath in, you come back to warrior two. Flip the front palm, reach back, reverse the warrior. Exhale, you cartwheel your hands to the mat. You're in a low lunge. Left foot steps up to meet the right. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. This time, inhale, you rise to standing. Exhale, you bend the knees, you sit the hips back, chair. So which one do you like better? Do you like coming into chair from the ground up or from standing? Right. You can feel free to tell me later. Or if you want to break from chair, you can tell me now. Right. So you're in chair and you're breathing, the weight's in the back side of your body, you're noticing. Take a breath in. On the exhale, the hands come to heart center. On the inhale, you lean forward over the thighs, right elbow to the outside of the left knee, twist it open. On your inhale, the spine gets long. On the exhale, can you open up? Watch that right knee. It likes to pop forward here. Can you pull it back? Pull the right hip crease back. Oh, Perry, you like both. Take a breath in. Exhale, you come back to chair and you fold. You take your feet wide to the edges of the mat. Grab opposite elbows. Come into ragdoll. Right, so here in ragdoll, can you put the weight into your heels, right? And let the head get heavy. Your shoulders come up towards your ears. Right, you drop any conversation in your head. Take the pause to kind of listen and tune in, check in. You take a breath in and a breath out. Hands are going to come down to the mat. Left fingertips are directly underneath your left shoulder. You're going to bend into the left knee. Right hand comes up. Twist open. Take a breath in. Right hand comes down. You bend in to the right knee and that left hand comes up. Take a breath in. Left hand comes down. Toe heel your feet back to hip distance. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise to standing. Exhale, that right hand comes down. Lean over to the right side. Inhale, you come back to center. Exhale, that left hand comes down. Keep rolling the right shoulder onto the back. Inhale, you come back to center. Exhale, you fold. Right leg lifts in the air behind you. Exhale, you step it back, low lunge. Right hand stays down, low lunge twist. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, that left hand comes down. You're opening up to warrior two, right side of the room, right? We've been here before, just building on that pose, right? Just adding on to the sequence. Right? So in warrior two, you're here, you settle in, you drop in, you listen, flip the front palm, reach back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, come into side angle pose. Maybe this time you do something different. Maybe you stretch that right arm over the right ear. Maybe you lift up the left hand. Right? Only you know when to dig deeper, stay where you are, back off, right? Listen to the voice. Come back to warrior two. Kind of flip the left palm, reach back, peaceful warrior, straighten that front leg. You're going to shift the hips back, then you're going to reach the left fingertips towards the front of the room and then drop into triangle pose. Right, so in triangle, both legs are straight. That right arm is lifting up towards the ceiling. The left hand can be on the thigh. It can be on the ground. It can be on the calf, the shin. Right, but it's more important that there's this incredible lift in the side body than being able to get your hand to the mat. So open up. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Rebend the front knee. Come back to warrior two. Flip the front palm. Reach back. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. You're in a low lunge. Right foot steps up to meet the left. You got it. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Bend the knees, sit the hips, chair. Take a breath in and a breath out. Exhale, you fold forward. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Last side. Left leg lifts in the air on an inhale. Exhale, you step it to the back of the mat, low lunge. Left hand stays down, right hand comes up, low lunge twist. Take a breath in. That right hand comes down. You spin the back left foot down, warrior two, towards the left side of the room. You flip the front palm, reach back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, you come into side angle pose. And maybe here there's this like soft calling, like do something different here on this side. Listen to that voice, not the voice that says, nah, you're almost done. You worked hard enough, right? Listen to the voice of the heart and see how it feels. Come back to warrior two on an inhale. Flip the front palm, reach back, peaceful warrior. You're going to straighten the front leg, shift the hips back. Right fingertips come towards the front of the room. You lean forward till you can't reach forward anymore, and then you drop into triangle. You breathe and you notice. Flip the front palm. Oh, nope. Bend the front knee. Come back to warrior two. Got ahead of myself. Now you're going to flip the front palm. Reach back to peaceful warrior. You're going to cartwheel your hands to the mat. You're in a low lunge. You know where we're going, right? Left foot steps up to meet the right. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise to standing. Exhale, chair. Last chair of the practice. Maybe you're like, oh, thank God, I can't see your faces. I wish I could see your faces. Take a breath in. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Plant your hands, move through vinyasa. We'll meet up in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take a full breath in. Sigh it out through the mouth. Beautiful. You're going to lift the right leg to the sky on the inhale. Exhale, you're going to step it forward to the outside of the right hand, moving into lizard pose. So you can stay here. You can drop the back knee. You can roll to the outside edge of the right foot. You can stay up on your hand. You can come down to your forearms. You can come down to a block or whatever prop you are using in your home. Toilet paper rolls, soup cans. Small dog, whatever you got. And you just breathe, right? Opening up the hip. And you notice and you listen. You notice if you get quiet, right? Does the chatter start? Oh, I don't like hip openers. I don't like this hip opener. Can I just skip it? Right? Notice all of that. Breathe into it. Be with it. So if you're on your forearms, you're going to come back to your hands. Those of you who practice with me, you know this is one of my favorites. I got it from Steph. So you're going to come up. You can keep the back knee down on the mat or you can lift it. So you're in lizard, right? You're here in lizard. Your hands are strong. You're going to take a breath in. Exhale, you're going to lower halfway down. Inhale, you're going to push back up. Exhale, you're going to lower halfway down. Inhale, you're going to push back up. You got it. We're going to do 3 more for a total of 5. So inhale or exhale, you lower halfway down. Inhale, you push back up. 2 more. Exhale, you lower halfway. Inhale, you come back up. Last one. Lower halfway on the exhale. Inhale, you come back up. You walk the right foot in between your hands and you push back to a 3-legged down dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Right foot comes down to the mat. On an inhale, the left leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, you step it forward to the outside of the left hand. You can drop the right knee to the mat. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Come down to the hands or the forearms. And settle in here, right? New side, new sensation, new thoughts, new feelings, new conversation with the heart and the head and the body, right? New opportunity to engage, to notice. You take a breath in and a breath out. If you're on your forearms, you're going to come back to your hands. You know what this means? There's another side, so that means we're going to do another round of push-ups. So you take a breath in, exhale, you lower halfway down. Inhale, you come back up. Exhale, you lower down. Inhale, you come back up. Exhale, you lower down for 3. Inhale, you come back up. 2, you lower halfway down. Inhale, you push back up. Final 1, you lower halfway. Inhale, you push back up. You're going to walk your feet back in between your hands for a low lunge, and then you're going to push back to a 3-legged down dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, that left foot comes down to the mat. Knees go wide, come into child's pose. Right, notice child's pose is this opportunity to reconnect, to ground, to notice, to tune in, to start again. You're going to walk your fingertips forward. You're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips, and come into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you're going to take a full breath in, sigh it out through the mouth. You're going to walk your feet through your hands, come down to your back. Hug the knees into the chest, rock side to side. You're going to reach through your thighs, grab the outside edges of your feet, and come into happy baby. Right, so in happy baby, the feet are flexed, the soles of the feet are shining up towards the ceiling, like you could put your footprint up there. All right, the spine is long, like you're pulling the knees down to your armpits. Maybe you rock side to side. And release the grip on your feet. You're going to hug the right knee into your chest. The left leg's going to go out long on the mat. You're going to take the left hand to the outside of the right knee, cross the right knee over the body. Right arm can go out to the side. You can look out over the right shoulder. And you take a breath in, you come back to center. That right leg goes out long, left knee comes in. And then you take the right hand to the outside of the left knee, cross it over the body. And take a breath in, come back to center. Left leg goes out long. So both heels are in the top corners of the mat. Arms are by your side. If you need anything else, you can feel free to take it. Otherwise, Shavasana. Right, let your body, your mind, your heart, the voices rest. Lift on an in. And even in rest, our mind can take over. So if you notice, just say, come back. There's no work to do in this moment. Start to bring some awareness back to your breath. Some movement in to your fingers and toes. Keeping your eyes closed, roll gently to your right side and pause. Cultivate your inner voice. Practice listening to the whispers of your heart. Practice trusting your intuition, what you really feel, what you really know. Practice until that voice is the one that you hear. Be patient, be gentle. Let yourself learn to hear the gentle and trustworthy words of your heart. Keeping your eyes closed, help yourself up to seated at the top of your mat. Together, take a breath in, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Thumbs rest on that heart space. Tune in to the voice of the heart. Notice how you feel. Together, take a full breath in and a long breath out. The light and truth in me sees and honors that in each of you. Thank you for showing up this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sunshine. Together we say namaste. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. I miss you all terribly and cannot wait to see you in the studio.